Hi, my name is Philater, and welcome to my Gen V1 Cave Biome Showcase. Today, I'm highlighting some of my favorite and most interesting parts of each underground zones. Each zone's underground features a unique theme, contributing to its distinct atmosphere. One of the main things that stood out for me in the caves in general is the bioluminescence. The natural light from glowing plants means you don't always need torches. You'll find red, green, blue, and orange bioluminescence in all of the caves. And I think this is where the Emerald Grove cave really shine, with all of the glowing plants and mushrooms you can find. You can even stumble upon cave spider nests, which I really like because it makes Zone 1 feel far from generic, thanks to all these features that blends well together. Another good example is these goblin-inhabited mineshafts. They are well implemented because of how they generate. And one of the things that I found amazing is when you reach lava. The atmosphere completely shifts. The air fills with floating cinders and you start encountering fire-themed creatures, giving the caves a much darker, more intense feel. The Howling Sand caves are quite similar but with a sandy twist. The sandstone design really sells the atmosphere. It feels like the ceiling could collapse at any moment. And even with light, the caves keep that dark, heavy mood, which I really like. I didn't find much bioluminescence in the Howling Sands undergrounds, which makes sense. It mainly appears in Scarax hives, large nests inhabited by the Scarax, which are bug-like creatures that lay eggs. The generated structures you encounter here are ancient pyramid ruins, and the creatures that reside at lava level are quite similar to the one you find in the Emerald Grove, including the magma rhino toad, which is a big topic right now in the community because of its damage output. The last two are my favorites, and that brings us to the Boreal Reach Frozen Caves. These caves generate as massive cavern formations with no lava at all. Instead, lava is replaced with large underground lake systems, home to fish like the Snapjaw. The generated structures are dungeon keeps that fit the cold, frozen atmosphere of the caves really well. My favorite thing about this cave biome is the fact that the atmosphere is completely off compared to the other ones. The nothingness and the feeling that things just got frozen in time is really present. The ice and snow are really well designed, and sometimes you come across patches of moss growing on rocks mixed with the snow and ice, which adds to the complexity of how the cave generates. The bioluminescence is found at the bottom of the lakes, which doesn't light up the caves really well. But again, this is perfect when it comes down to the feeling that everything is stuck in time. But do you know what place isn't frozen in time? Well, it depends on how you see it, but it's full of life. That's what I mean. Jungle Forest Cave Biome can form massive caverns with huge stalactites hanging from the ceiling. These lush jungle caves are filled with banyan log trees and bamboo. Many luminescent dinosaurs live here, like the pterodactyls, the trilodon, and the cave rex, which was added in Update 1. To me, this cave biome is the best. The bioluminescent entities and plants are just the cherry on top, and even with its huge caverns and dense jungle forest theme, it never feels cluttered. Everything just blends well together, and they did an amazing job for an underground forest. The scenery is just great, and there is a ton of stuff I don't show to let you guys discover the rest by yourselves. And that brings us to the generated structures, which are little huts like the one I've been in while talking throughout this video. It was Philater, sharing my favorite features of the underground biomes across the 4 zones of Gen V1. Thank you so much for watching this cave biome showcase, and I'll catch you in the next video.